Today, in this video, I shall be mostly walking around, considering life and all of its injustices and all the good bits that go with it, pausing to play with my beard, looking at the skip, concerning myself with what is about to be a forest of sycamore. But the majority of what I will be doing today will be messing around with the Codfather. Yes, the Codfather. The other day I introduced this car on my rovery type group called Rover and British Mark. You should have a look. And asked the simple question: in your opinion, should the stickers stay or should they indeed go? And almost unanimously, everybody agreed they should go. Scott of DGMRs pointed out something I was going to say myself actually, and that is, if you're going to have brands advertised on your car, they should be on the car. Right, oh anyway, so let's go! Go! Go. Do you know what though? In some ways I actually quite like these stickers on this car. It gives it a touring car look about it. But being as it's not on a racetrack and indeed on public roads, I think it should have more of a road car look about it. Ravel the hosepipe of frightened horses, and we shall begin with this car's colour and the extreme amount of dust about and the sticky stuff underneath the stickers. This is going to be probably an even bigger job than what that one was. On with the water. What a difference a quick clean makes. Thing is though, when I picked this car up, it clearly already been washed. It's just bringing it here in this dust cloud of a place. Now, the ground may look like an aerial shot of a desert somewhere in Arizona, but it's simply not that big. Anyway, I seem to have got myself distracted there. Gosh, I'm supposed to be cleaning this car up, not talking about deserts. The Codmaster is definitely what you would call a 10-foot car when you're stood 20 feet away from it. In other words, from a small distance it looks great, looks shiny, looks lovely and glossy. But then when you stop being a long distance away from it and you get close, you can see the paint is quite rough. Rough bits, scratches, hazy paint and cloudy lenses. Yep. And that's before you get to the difficult part. But I'm not going to concentrate on the difficult part today. In fact, I may even ignore it. But the fact is, if I tell you what it is right now, and I'm going to do, then I'm not ignoring it. That roof is very, very dull. Look at that. It appears that it's cracked everywhere. It's gone crazed. It's gone rather dull. So it may need rubbing back and re-lacquering, or I could just gloss over it. Either way, it's the same thing. To me, it looks like it's been resprayed. So it could be a classic case of roof gets roughed up because of, you know, the usual putting your shopping boxes onto the roof, or boxes full of keys, or whatever it is people put in boxes and then stick on a dirty roof in order to make a mess. And then they thought, oh, that doesn't look very good, it's full of scratches. So it's gone into a body shop, it's been rubbed down, quickly sprayed over, and it's reacted. Maybe not straight away, maybe a year later. But the thing is, that is now worse than what it would have been had the scratches have been left alone. I will endeavour to do something about it though. That is for sure. Grooves. Grooves. Things, places where dirt can get trapped and never really cleaned out properly. Be very, very easy to miss bits of dirt along here. And in these slats here, the sharky grill bit, I need to make a start. And I've got to start by removing these stickers. I'm kind of talking myself into liking them enough to keep them, because removing stickers like this isn't fun. But it is a very hot day, and I can use that to my advantage. From some angles the stickers look okay. This grey strip along the bottom there with the MG ZS, I don't mind that. Touring car look of these stickers, I don't mind that. It's just that, you know, it's false information, isn't it? But the ones I really don't like are these here. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. And then the Pirelli, and then the Sparkle, and then the big MG badge. So that's where I'm going to start. Well, so far, gone. And this bit has gone as well. Leaving behind a sticky residue that will have to be polished out. The other thing as well, of course, if you've had stickers on a car like this for the past 8 years, you've had 8 years worth of getting dirty and getting washed and getting dirty and causing swirls and all this other kind of thing. So you'd expect to find behind the sticker a less sun-faded and less swirly paint. So far, this has been going remarkably well. That sticker just fell off. These two there peeled off nice and easily. These two peeled off nice and easily. But this one has got a really firm hold. And that one's disintegrating and won't just peel off anyway because it's all crumbly. The ones around the front are in the shade, so they haven't got enough heat in them. But the heat gun just melts the things off. It doesn't. You've got to be careful with the heat gun because you could actually apply too much heat and bubble up the paint, and that would be even worse than having stickers on it, wouldn't it? So I don't want to do that, and I'm not doing that. Good. Not so good. Right, we're doing okay. All of the stickers are off the front. We just need this one off and that one off on the other side as well. I'm probably going to leave this one for the moment. This may not be a popular thing to say, but I just don't see the point in that. You already know it's an MG. Why do you need to shout about it? I'm not entirely alone on this, but I know that many people will completely disagree with me, but I don't care. If I can't say what I think, what's the point? This car was built at a time when cars looked different to each other. So you simply don't need a great big badge down the side telling you what it is. And the other thing as well, of course, is that MG are not the most popular company, are they? No, they're not. In fact, many would look at it and go, why do you want to shout about that? That's a bit like having a tattoo of all your ailments down your leg. Speaking of which, actually, you know, sometimes you'll see a lady with tattoos all down her leg. There's bits that go around giving you bits of information. It is a bit like when some of the old boy racer cars with it, they'd have a list on the wing of well, after 2 hours of messing about, I've finally got nearly all of the stickers off. Let's see, stickerless. You've seen that bit already. This bit on the bottom, leaving there anyway. But stickerless Lyndhurst. Except for this bit here. That's the last one. And I've saved that till last for a particular reason. I know it's going to be rather difficult to get off. I can tell that because it's crazed everywhere. It's basically falling apart. So every single one of these bits is going to have to come off individually. That's not going to be fun. But I want this car to be stickerless cage. I simply have to carry on. Scratch marks, loads of scratch marks all around it. I'm going to have to deal with that. How to get this off then? How do I get this off when it's all crumbly? Heat, WD-40, scrape. Reminds me of doing a scratch card. I did a scratch card once, so I know what it's like. Some people like them. Maybe some people like that experience of scraping the stuff off there. They should do this. Reveal an MG. That's taken me quite a while to do so far. WD-40, heat gun, fingernails, AA membership card. That paint's going to be pretty scuffed up by the time I've finished. At last. That's probably taken me an hour to remove one sticker. And it still looks like it's on there, doesn't it? Worse than that though, this rear quarter has been lacquered and painted. So there's a lip just there, it's been painted with the stickers on it. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge to get that looking right. I thought it was going to be the bonnet that was going to be the awkward part, but I think it's going to be that. So let's forget about the sweat and crack on. Currently rubbing this back with 1200 grit paper, and you can still see that lip there. I'm having to take off an awful lot of paint here to get it right. You don't know what you're getting yourself into peeling stickers off. Lovely original paint there, and then it had a repair. And as you can see, that's very, very noticeable indeed. So it's always full of unexpected jobs. I'm going to mask up the original paint and just keep rubbing at the respray, and hopefully I'll get it off to the point where the original paint's still there and it's still good. See, rub back this area, it won't rub the paint off there. Maybe that'll work. Now I'm going to have to take a gamble here, because that's the original paint under there. This is the sprayed bit, and I'm going to have to try and rub it all off to get a result. Can't polish that out. All that. All that. Might even have a similar thing here as well. Well, what I need to decide is whether this will actually come off, or whether I have simply got to respray the bonnet. The yard's becoming a bit overgrown. Sycamore trees becoming dangerously big, to the extent where you can't really just hack them down any longer. Brambles, what they're doing, they're having my parts. I'm losing quite a lot of space here, down to weeds just suddenly growing madly. Going to use the Codmaster as my car for a couple of days. Codmaster, I mean Codfather. It's the Codfather. Codmaster was that game that Ken Bruce had on Radio 2, wasn't it? And I'm reminded of the headline again now, I'm driving it. And just a thought, you know, there's no such thing as an easy flip with a car. There's an awful lot of effort put into this paintwork today, and it's a long way, a very, very long way from being right. I'm going to have to respray that bonnet, and if I want to do that properly, it's not cheap, is it? Now, cabbage lion car. Anyway, that is the end of today's. Well, that is the end of this particular episode. At least I think it is. I don't think I have any plans on extending it until tomorrow. I think I'm just going to edit it tonight, and then I'll just post it and you can watch it should you want to do. Gosh, that's not